It's crazy to think that almost 2 years ago, I put out my first review for One Piece East Blue, and 2 years later, in a new camera now, I am now at the halfway mark of One Piece, and I am here to review the Paramount War, and I'm very excited. I'm very excited, to say the least. So, let's get into it. So in the last review, we left off in Impel Down after Luffy had escaped and brought all these prisoners to him, and they are now on their way to Marineford, where Ace is going to be executed. Well, when they arrive, they see that Whitebeard's crew, and the Marines are getting into it, and it's an all-out war. It's legitimately a war. There is no stopping. There are casualties. There are people being killed left and right. There's so many people getting hurt, and it is crazy. So, what do? Well, we get into it, and we get to see all these huge baddies just battling it out, and then we see Luffy pop into the fray, and we see that this war is soon going to be a huge part of this story, because Luffy is trying his very best to save Ace. So, the story is amazing. This story is, dang, it is so good. Like, this story this time around is really good. Like, it's great. And it's one of my favorites in One Piece, because from the very beginning to the very end, it is a non-stop go. It's a non-stop. It keeps on going, it progresses more and more, the stakes become even higher, and it's honestly really good. There's no useless characters. All of the huge powerhouses of the entire series are here, and we get to see them go at it, and it is so cool. I never thought that there was a dull moment to this arc. I mean, this arc is it goes from volume 57 to halfway through 61, so we get 5 volumes of just sheer awesomeness. And it is definitely a heightened part of the whole series. It's crazy, just saying. This is the part of where I think One Piece really solidified its place as a really great shonen, probably one of the better of the big three, and I think that it is pretty good. And this arc is definitely one of its main selling points. So yeah, I really liked it, and I'd say that this is one of the better, probably one of the best stories in One Piece to have happened up to this point. Now the characters. Who do we get to meet this time around? Well, most of the people that we get to meet here we get to see the admirals, we get to see Luffy, we get to see all the pirates that are basically a lot of older people. We get more in depth with Ivankov, we get to see Inazuma, we get to see a lot of the Whitebeard pirates. Like, we get more backstory to Ace. We get to see Whitebeard himself and how powerful that he is. And we also get to see, like, some of the division commanders for the Whitebeard pirates, like Marco and Juzo, I think that's his name, and a few other ones. But we also get to see all 3 admirals going at it. We get to see Aokiji, Kizaru, and Sakazuki, or there's a different name for him, but he's the lava guy. But we get to see all these guys, all these huge powerhouses going at it, showing off how good that they are, and there isn't really like any characters that have been introduced, more like they've been hinted at, and we've already seen what they can do. So I'd say that this is a pretty good set of characters. We get to see all these people, like, they are really powerful. Like, all these guys are really powerful. If this is an indication of what's going to happen later on in the series, then I don't know what is. Because we get to see what exactly the Straw Hats will have to go up against in the future. and I think that it's really good. But all the characters this time were pretty solid, and I liked all of them. And there were no annoying characters. I mean, the returning characters like Buggy and some of them had their moments of where I was all like, dude, this is actually fairly good, but let's get back to the action. But other than that, I'd say that the characters here were pretty bomb. Now the art is something that the art really does shine in this entire arc. You get to see people running around and like blasting each other and all these different fight scenes. There's so much going on like at every single moment, and it, like I said, it is just a non-stop go. And the art is a huge huge reason for that. It's just there's always something going on. There's always people going at it in every single frame. And you get to see all these people, just all these swords going everywhere, all these attacks going everywhere, huge explosions. It is pretty crazy. And so I'd say that this art is some of the best in the whole series. It doesn't beat Enies Lobby, but that's not the point. Now this is something I don't ever do for One Piece reviews. I don't ever talk about the ending. Never ever. But here's the thing. This entire freaking arc leads up to this ending. If you don't want to be spoiled, go to this part. Like right here. Okay? Cool. So, this arc has a great ending. Ace is killed in the war, as well as Whitebeard. And Luffy is in shambles. So, while Luffy escapes and is recovering from his severe injuries, we get to see the backstory of Luffy, Ace, and their other brother, Sabo. And we get to see the backstory of that and how Sabo was killed. And then we get to see just everything after that, after like the aftermath of the war and what Luffy is going to do with his crew. And the entire 3D2Y thing is really, really cool. I've always loved that, and I've always loved this part of the time skip, or like before the pre-time skip, because it is so really good. And this is like the ending to this is just some of my favorite parts in the whole series. It probably is in my top 3 favorite scenes. Like the part of where Luffy and Rayleigh are about to go off to training, and they are about to go to the end, or like they're about to go into the time skip, and I love it. I really love this time skip. It's my favorite, like in the series. It's in my top 3. It's amazing. So, what do I give the arc that is acclaimed as to be the best One Piece arc in the entire series? Very good. I mean, the story is, like I said, it's non-stop. The art is huge. Just a huge part of why it's so good. The characters were all really entertaining, and I got to see so much action going on, and I personally just liked every single part of this arc. Is it a perfect arc? No, but to me, I'd say that it's up there. So with that in mind, I am going to give One Piece Paramount War a 9.7 out of 10. And I would recommend this to anyone, because this is an amazing arc. It's so amazing. It is so freaking good. And I can't wait to get into the time skip stuff. I'm gonna buy this. And this is only volumes 57 to 61. It's only 5 volumes. It's just getting into the New World arc. So I'd say go and buy this. This is prime stuff. If you want to buy the single volumes, there's only 5 of them. They cost you about $50. Or you could get what I have. You could get the box set with Thriller Bark all the way to New World, and it is a pretty good price for that box set. It's like $100, and so it's really good. But yeah, it's a good deal. Hey, follow me on Twitter. I don't really get on there, but, you know, I do sometimes. But here's the thing about One Piece reviews. Now that I've gotten to Paramount War, I'm going to slow down for a bit. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go to some other series, and I'm finally going to get some other series done that I really want to before I start getting into One Piece, or back into One Piece, and do some of the New World stuff that's out. I do have a Zoe review out, so that's a little bit ahead of where I'm at, but I won't be doing a Zoe review because me and my buddy Gear Third Manga did it a long time ago, and so I won't be doing that. So that's out for, if you want to watch any reviews that I have for the New World stuff, it's on his channel. I'll link to that, maybe, if I remember. But I do have other plans for other reviews, because this is a huge milestone for me. I didn't expect to get all the way to Paramount War, so it is pretty exciting to me. Okay, I thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.